My question for you today is, do you feel like you've been putting in a good amount of effort to get the right kind of whole grains and sprouted grains or rye bread or whatever it might be that you have read is the best bread option for us out there? Your food might look healthy, but is it actually fueling you? Especially if you're feeling inflammation in your skin, whether or not it be eczema or psoriasis, if you're having joint pain, or if you're just having bloating following eating these foods. Surprisingly, blood tests these days don't show very many people having a gluten intolerance. However, I can tell you from personal experience and from clients that I've had that the minute we remove gluten from their diet, so many issues that have caused them hundreds or thousands of dollars to track and treat, either with dermatologists or medications and such, have completely gone away. I can tell you that gluten is pretty inflammatory to the gut lining. It has a particular protein in it that is damaging to the gut lining cells and causes them to separate, allowing food molecules and things that aren't supposed to escape from the gut tract into the bloodstream. So a lot of times, if you're suffering from things like skin inflammation, specifically psoriasis, eczema, joint inflammation, and even bloating following eating any of these whole grains, despite what they might be, it's often gluten, but people don't recognize it because blood tests don't reveal it. So my challenge is, if you're struggling with any of these things that have caused you a lot of distress, go ahead and just do a 5-day trial where you remove gluten from your diet and see if those things clear up. I know for me, if I accidentally have gluten, my psoriasis comes flaring back up, raging mad all over my scalp, and it's painful. And if I remove it, it goes away within 3 days. Something to consider when removing gluten is the massive amount of possibilities to replace gluten in your diet. So something I do for me and my kids and my family is pasta is rice noodles or chickpea noodles. Sometimes I'll use spaghetti squash if the kids want that. Bread, oftentimes there's a ton of gluten-free options, and a lot of times they're easy to make at home. Fermented sourdough often is tolerated and doesn't cause skin flare-ups, despite it being gluten, because of the length of time that it's fermented, if it's homemade. Store-bought sourdough oftentimes is not fermented at the length that it should be to not have the inflammation that gluten usually does. So if you want to feel better and not be fighting psoriasis, scabs, and eczema pain and joint pain, try removing gluten.